The email blast, again, 2 years ago, this probably would have been my second mention right underneath my website, is mailing out to your email database. Things like Constant Contact can still enable you to do that, though, where you embed your video and send it out to the existing database of customers that you have in your Outlook file, or people that are customers or are interested in your service. You put a video out on a new service and people are your existing customers. However that might be your email database, there's really unique ways to distribute video there. And then finally, self-publishing. Through Amazon.com is probably the best example. There's a division of their company called Create Space that allows you to upload your content for free, absolutely zero charge, upload that content into their system, upload the artwork for the cover of your DVD, and they will create a sales page for you on Amazon.com. All right, well, what does that do for me? Well, if you have the metadata for your company in the Amazon.com database, that's going to improve your SEO dramatically. If you've got a significant piece of content, you can price it appropriately and actually create a royalty for every piece of media that you sell. No upfront investment. So you've got a story, let's say it's the Cooper River Bridge run, and you want to do a recap video on the Cooper River Bridge run, and you want to pre-sell it at the event, and say 500 people decide they want the commemorative video of the bridge run. Okay, we've got 500 orders. You upload that content, and you only order as many as you want, and you get a cut of the action there. So that whole upfront investment is like, all right, let's print 10,000 and see if we can sell those. That's completely out the window, and it removes that entire overhead from your publishing channel. And we'll get to the case study, but in my introduction, we talked about Finding Pure Beta, which is the documentary I produced. We distributed that entirely self-published through Create Space and Amazon.com. And as a result of that, and buying the DVDs at $6 and selling them at $20, all told on that project, through the media project, we raised about $40,000 for the orphanage, selling that media content. Which brings me to the next slide, and this is, if you're telling your own individual company message, this might not be as applicable, but if you're telling a story or if you're working for an event that has existing sponsors, this video content is you can monetize this content and place that on the bottom line of your sponsorship packages. So just to read this, once your content has been created and your audience is secured, the producer can solicit sponsorship from sponsors to help offset the cost of production. With full sponsorship, the producer can create it, distribute an impactful marketing tool for themselves at little or no cost, while providing a solid sponsorship vehicle for its partners. So you can deliver those media impressions through sponsor logos at the beginning of each logo, branded links on the video hosting page, sponsor information included on the metadata for your external channels. So for example, on your Vimeo page, it would say Charleston Fashion Week, here's a recap of last night's fashion show. Charleston Fashion Week is sponsored by Corzo, Oak, and all of their sponsors can be listed in that metadata. Again, it's just a way to extend what you're offering to those sponsors. Obviously, product placement and logo inclusion. Now what I'm going to do is just show you a couple of case studies on things that we've been working on at PDA. This is the case study for Charleston Fashion Week. Katie, you'll be familiar with this, obviously. So our video content is going to be distributed that we produce for them. We're doing it in a series of podcasts. We're going to place those on Charleston Magazine's website, the Charleston Fashion Week Facebook page, the Digitel, which is a local media kind of calling distribution site, will be placed on their micro page. It will be on the Charleston Fashion Week Vimeo channel, the Charleston Fashion Week YouTube channel. We're going to place those out on existing forums and blogs in the fashion world. It will be on our internal channels, the PDA blog, PDA Vimeo channel. CFW sends out email reminders. Our video content will be included there. And then we'll cull all that content together once it's done and place it into a documentary film. It's probably going to be around 30 minutes long. We'll play that at the documentary release party, and then that DVD will be sold through Amazon.com and then also through the retail partners that are partnered with Charleston Fashion Week. So this is just our 1.5 minute teaser. Here's my mouse. So you'll see at the beginning of this will be the Charleston Fashion Week logo, their main sponsor's logo, which is the Art Institute of Charleston, and then you'll see a sponsor bumper that we put at the end of the video. And we'll do this for every piece of content that we create, which is going to give Charleston Magazine next year a really great opportunity to monetize this video content.